I have a treat for you tonight. I'm going to be cooking a French onion chicken and orzo dish that is amazing. You're simply going to have to try it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. So, you guys come along with me. We're about to get started. I'm going to start out by taking about a pound and a half of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I've kind of trimmed some of the fat off of it. And we're going to mix up a marinade. So, I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. We'll dump that right in the bowl there. I'm going to take 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. I'm going to take a half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now what I want to do is I just want to mix all that together, so I'm just going to slide me a glove on here. And I'm just going to start turning that in that bowl and get everything mixed. Well, just try to coat the chicken the best I can. I'm going to tell you what, that right there smells good. You can use that vinegar for a lot of stuff, really. It kind of helps break down this chicken a little bit, softens it up. All right, so it's going to look a little something like that, just kind of a little light glaze on it, mixed around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this up and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and it needs to set for about an hour, up to 2 hours. We're not going to give it 2 hours tonight. I don't have that much time, so probably we're going to let it set about an hour, and then we'll start the rest of our stuff. We let our chicken marinate for about an hour or so. So we're ready for the next step, which is I've got an iron skillet here, and I've got just a little bit of oil in the bottom of it. Well, what we want to do is we want to add our chicken to that. So we'll just dump that in there. And basically we want to just kind of sear the chicken for 3 or 4 minutes on each side. Just kind of get it just a little brown. You don't want to cook this all the way through. We're just going to do a little sear on it. So we'll give that about 3 or 4 minutes on each side, and then we're going to take this out and then set it off to the side. So I'll finish up here. Looks like our chicken's done searing, so we'll go ahead and get that out. We'll set it in a bowl. And we're just going to set this off to the side. Okay, so I'm turning the heat down to just about a medium low. I'm going to go ahead and add 4 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to let that melt down. Our butter is melted down. So what I'm going to do now is I've taken 3 onions and I've cut them up in really thin slices, about like that. These were medium-sized onions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them to that butter. And I'm going to start cooking them. And we're still on about a medium heat right here. And I'm going to stir those around. Now what I want to do is I want to cook these for a little while until they get a nice golden color. This may take a few minutes because you don't want to burn them. It may take 15 to 20 minutes or so to get them that nice golden color. But I'm going to make sure I keep stirring these, that way they don't burn. And you can also add just a touch of olive oil to this if you feel like you need it. So I'll go ahead and saute these onions up and get them golden brown, and then we'll be back. My onions are nice and golden, so we're going to add 2 cans of French onion soup to that pan. I'm going to just kind of stir that around just a little bit. And I'm still at a medium heat right here. And I want to bring this up to a simmer. So I'm going to stir this around, just make sure it doesn't stick. And we'll bring it up to just a slow simmer. Okay, so we've got this up to a simmer. So what I'm going to add now is some orzo pasta. I'm going to take a cup and a half. And I'm going to just pour that in there. I'm going to stir that around just till it's kind of mixed in there good. And I want to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes in there. Not real long. Just kind of spread it out in your pan there. Okay, so that orzo's been in there for about 3 minutes or so. And so what I'm going to add now is 1 cup of chicken broth. Just pour that in there. Just give that a quick stir. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of dried thyme and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. We'll just mix that around in there. Give that a good mixing. There we go. Okay, so now we want to take our chicken. We're going to take it and we're going to kind of nestle that down in there. We're going to kind of just press it down in there into that rice and onion mixture. Just kind of get it down in there. You want it to kind of cover it. Boy, this is going to be delicious. I'm telling you, you've got to try it. It smells so good. All right, so we've got that pushed down in there, kind of nestled down in there a little bit. Pretty much most of the chicken's completely covered. All right, I want to cover this up. I've got my oven preheated to 375 degrees. We'll cover this up. We're going to put it in that oven, and we're going to let it cook for about 30 to 40 minutes. You just want to make sure the internal temperature of your chicken's 165. So we'll check that before we get it out. So I'll go ahead and I'll get it covered up. We'll get it in there and get it to cooking. So we just uncovered it and it looks like it's done. So what we want to do now is I'm going to bring in some Swiss cheese. And we're just going to try to cover that. Just about like that. And we're going to leave this uncovered and we're going to put it back in there. And we're just going to let this cook for probably another, I'd say 10 minutes or so, just to kind of melt that cheese. There we go. I'm just trying to get a little bit around them edges. All right, we'll go ahead and get that put back in there for about 10 to 12 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and get that out. Man, that looks so good. All right, so we're going to let that rest for just a little while, maybe 5 to 10 minutes before we serve that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and put a little bit on our plate here. Wow. I'm going to tell you, that right there is going to be so good. Look at that chicken just falling apart. And we'll just go ahead and we'll put a little bit of parsley right on top of that. And there you go, guys. This is going to be so good. I hope you try it. This is really easy. It's got a lot of flavor. You guys let me know if you try it, how you like it. I appreciate you watching. Be sure and hit that like button and that follow for more recipes. I appreciate you, and God bless.